Hello guys, taking our rides back again. So I'm in my next location, flying solo today again. But anyway, the next location, I don't know if you can see that beautiful looking building there, Ashton-under-Lyne police station. Now I seen Autistic Audits has done this not long ago, well, a good few weeks ago. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to leave his channel link in the description. Please go over and show him some love. So yeah guys, I will come back to yous, and let's see what Ashton-under-Lyne has got in store for us today. I'll come back to you guys, respect. You know, it's winter, I like to keep myself safe.
Yeah.
Do you know, because infections go up in the winter, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly that, mate.
So,
You've got to keep yourself safe, indeed, mate.
Yeah.
As long as you're warm, mate. Where are you from? Up Newcastle?
I'm from the same place as you, mate.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where's that?
God.
Oh, fair point, fair point.
Do you get me?
It's just the accent, mate. That was all.
Where are you from?
Manchester.
You're not, man, you're from God.
Well, from God, but born in Manchester.
What do you do then?
I'm a detective here at Ashton Police Station.
Oh, detective.
What, are you an auditor?
What's that? An auditor?
Well, just asking why you're recording, that's all. Just interested.
Oh, well, what it is, I like to see them, the button bag there.
Yeah.
Makes for good footage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my drone up as well. Oh, right. So I'm a photographer. What I like to do is I like to get some, mainly the, a Mercedes has just come in there, and I like to say I like my cars, so a Mercedes nice car, so I've got a little picture of that. But it's the button bag, so when you're above, it stands out.
Yeah.
So
some nice cars, mate. Over there, there's traffic cars.
I know. Well, I've
That's
just
the traffic
noticed.
building over there.
Yeah.
Then you've got, obviously, these are the CSI cars, and then down that end are all the other cars, the liveried cars and that. So
yeah,
it's only a small station, really.
It looks like a big complex because I've just looked down there. So when I get my drone up as well.
Yeah, so like down there, that's a different building. That's where like the radio operators are.
Oh, is it?
Aye.
What, for the full force?
No, for certain districts.
All right.
This one as well.
How many districts is there in Manchester?
There's a couple, mate. There's a couple.
Is
So
it
this is Tameside.
Yeah.
Which is quite big. This is the main station in Tameside. So.
All right. So what? There's different sections, isn't there? Like, so there's robbery squad, serious crime. So what kind of crime are you?
I work on the top floor, mate, in the detective office.
So what kind of crime are you detecting?
All sorts of crime. Serious crime, assaults, rape, sexual assaults.
Do you?
All that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Murder? Would you be on a murder case?
No, I would be on a murder. That's based at another police station a bit further down the road, but
right.
You could be involved in anything, you don't know, do you? That's the good thing about being a police officer, is you don't know what the day brings, you know what I mean?
Have you ever come across any police officers that like to break the law? Because the reason I asked that is I've seen it in the news lately, more than Met, like, but I'm thinking if it's happening in the Met, it must be happening all over the country.
I've not seen any personally, but I imagine there is in every line of work, isn't there? There is in every line of work. There's people who break the law, there's people who commit offences and stuff.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit worse for the police because they've got power, they can change people's lives. So I was looking online myself to see if there's any like pictures of police cars, and there's a website called Flickr. But I was looking on YouTube and I come across these videos. And
I'm gonna get wet, mate.
I know, me
So
too. Me too. Yeah, I'm gonna get wet, but what can you do? It's work, isn't it?
Keep warm, mate. That's amazing.
That's it, isn't it? So yeah. So you know what my intentions are. I'm gonna put my drone up and get some aerial photography of the marked cars. Oh, we've got a big traffic car coming out. Oh, who's this? Who's this? I didn't want to get run over.
Oh, I wasn't going to run you over.
I know, that's why I got in the middle here, because I didn't know which.
Stand in the middle of the road.
No, I know, that's why I got on here, mister, you know, because...
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
Especially these bands.
Okay. Yeah, so we've got a big traffic car up there, guys, coming out. I might come back to you, see what happens with this. Let's have a look. They are driving big Volvos, CX-90s. Wouldn't it be, I wonder if that little tyrant who battered me on the side of the motorway. I'll soon know if I see them though. I'll come back to you. Right. and his tyres. He's doing his safety checks. Some machines, them. I've been in the back of one of them and been assaulted and arrested, and then de-arrested, and then the tyrant who done it didn't log the incident. So what that tells me is we've got a traffic officer, 2 of them, that are driving about the streets and roads of Manchester and basically doing what they want. And that ain't good, is it? That could never be good. I'd say that's police people that we don't need in the police force, to be fair.
Everything alright, mate? Is everything alright?
Yeah, do you know, just while you've stopped, actually, I'll just ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is this the traffic department?
Yes, it is,
So,
mate.
like, even for the motorways?
Yes, I believe so.
Do you want to pull up that side? Because there's a car, don't want to obstruct, and I'll
Yeah,
have a little
no,
word
give me
with
2
you.
seconds, mate.
Alright. So can I ask you just a question, right? Right. So you can pull people over, can't
Yes,
you?
we
Like
can, yeah,
under the
yeah.
Road Traffic Act.
Yeah.
So just put yourself in this situation. Let's
Yep.
just do a little put yourself in these shoes a minute. You might have to cut your toenails to get into them shoes, but let's go anyway. Right. So you're driving along in your police vehicle.
Yep.
You decide that you see a vehicle,
Yep.
and for whatever reason you decide to pull it over under 164 of the Road Traffic Act.
Yep.
The driver then, we're on the motorway, the driver then says to you, would you like me to get in your car because this might be a bit unsafe for you to be at the side of the road? And you're like, and then you say to me, no, don't you worry about me. And then that makes the driver's attitude change. So then you change your mind and go, right, I will have you out the car now. And then the driver goes, no, do you know what? You've got no power to tell me to get out the car, I'm staying here.
Yep.
So eventually the driver gets out the car, gets manhandled and puts in the back of your patrol car.
Yep.
There's a bit of argy-bargy going on, and you're telling the driver not to record, get the camera out of my face, and the driver says, it's not on your face, you're in the front, I'm in the back. You've misunderstood what's being said and went, right, if you swear at me again, I'll lock it up, section 5. Anyway, it goes on a bit. You then let the driver out the car, but you get hold of him by the back of the neck. The driver tells you, do not get hold of me like that. Didn't make any sudden movements, I don't think, anyway. Didn't make any sudden movements. The next thing you know, the driver's folded up and put across your bonnet and arrested. Or no, the police officer said to him, actually, called him a dickhead.
Yep.
So I believe the driver then turned around and said to the police officer, that's a section 5 dickhead. So the driver got locked up then for section 5.
Okay.
Put in the back of your patrol car, then de-arrested. Would you still have to make a log of that? Would you make a log of that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, because there's been a traffic officer, 2 of them actually, that tell me that they're flying about the streets in them kind of vehicles in Manchester and basically doing what they want, and then there's no log of it.
Right. Okay. Well, that doesn't.
I've seen it on Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, if I deal with a person, I'll make sure everything's logged.
Yeah.
As it should be. Okay. Obviously, I don't know the job that you're talking about. I don't know the circumstances, but I would hope that everything would be recorded properly.
Yeah, well, it's not.
Did you get any collar numbers or anything like that?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like I say, I've seen it on Facebook, but I'm under the understanding that they've went to a civil, they're taking civil action.
Right, okay.
And obviously updating people on that Facebook and saying that basically there's no log of it.
Right, okay.
He's got it all on video though, apparently, on a phone.
Yeah.
But it gives the likes of you a bad name. What's that symbol for? I've never seen that one.
It's the Queen's Jubilee Medal.
Oh, did you go down?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
And what's the next one?
So that is the Thin Blue Line. It's for the Cops Care Police Survivors. It's a charity that the money goes towards helping injured police and the family, and police that are killed in the line of duty and their family.
All right. So, right, there is a law. I've looked into it. There's a law, and it goes all the way back to the 1800s, so
Yep.
it's quite an old law.
Yeah.
And it basically, what that law says is that a police constable should not decorate their uniform, and it should be kept in the condition that it was handed to you. It wasn't handed to you with that with either one of them, I'd say, was it?
No.
You put them on yourself, but that's a criminal offence, like, you know.
Okay, what section is that under?
I don't, you know what? I don't know, and I can't even remember 18 something. But I am gonna look that back up.
I tell you what, I'll have a look at it as well.
Yeah, have a look.
When I go back in, I'll have a read up on it.
And do you know what? I want to ask you the question of this, right? Because you know we've seen what's been happening down in the Mets. It's been all over the news. It's been rapes, this and that. Unfortunately, like it or not, we don't want to see any of yous die, do we? At the end of the day, you're a human. No one wants to see yous get murdered, die.
Well, it works both ways.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to see anyone, be it police, be it your public down the be it Bill from next door but 10. We don't want to see no one die. However, unfortunately, there is people, and I'm surmising you'll know more than me. The people that you come across and arrest, 9 times out of 10 are vulnerable people.
Yes, yeah,
Would you agree?
yes.
Like it or not, some of them die in police custody.
Unfortunately, so yeah.
Like it or not, some of them get murdered in police custody. I know 2 cases. Not in Manchester though, to be fair. So I'd like to sit down with like somebody, no disrespect. Like,
no disrespect.
Because it'd have to go with your head.
Yeah.
Go down the proper channels, right, and get a badge or a symbol, whatever you want to call it, designed. Maybe go up beside that thin blue line and represent people who's been murdered or died in police custody. And if we could get one through the proper channels, would you be willing to put one beside that badge?
It would obviously depend on how it looked and the meaning behind it, so I wouldn't want to commit either way.
Yeah, so basically it'd be to represent people who's been, should we say, died in police custody, who's died in police custody, and just to represent them, because if you're going to represent, you know, because I'm sure you were aware that there is a bridge between the police, like it or not, there's a gap, and them officers who I'm on about, I'm assuming they'll be based in there, like it or not, them kind of police constables, right, make it worse. The relationship between the police and the public, people like them make it worse. So if we had people like you who were wearing them badges and go, do you know what, it's been done through all the proper channels, it's been organised from the top and okayed, and then we've got you wearing one, it shows that, you know what.
If it's gone through the proper channels, it's obviously gone through the top, then, you know, I'm absolutely not against the idea.
Yeah, you're not against it, but would you wear it?
If it's gone through the
proper channels, you'd wear it. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
I'm not being cheeky, but when did you leave school?
Quite a while ago.
Quite a while ago?
I just do look a bit younger, yeah.
Yeah? What do you use, that oil of Yule or something?
Oh, I use nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Alright, just natural, eh?
Yeah, all natural.
Alright.
Look quite as bedraggled as me, doesn't
I'm newer than you.
So how long have you been in the force?
4 weeks.
4 weeks?
4th week.
Don't ask me.
Have you, what, are you like teaching him? Is he teaching you well? I hope he's not teaching you any bad habits.
No, he's good.
Yeah?
Teaching me everything.
So have you arrested anyone yet?
No.
You haven't even arrested no one in 4 weeks? Ooh.
No, not
Right.
an opportunity.
No. Are you itching?
No, it happens when it happens.
So are you response officers then?
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, yeah.
So again, another example, say you're in your own patrol car, you've come across me, for whatever reason you've stopped, I haven't engaged with you how you wanted, I've effed and blinded at you, whatever, you arrest me and I'm thinking what it is, you can't be offended anyway, right? So I've took a bit of a resentment, should we say. You go to cuff me and I pull my hand back, right? You're going to wrestle me, I'm going to be on the ground, you're going to be on the radio, he's going to turn up, I'm innocent anyway, the first thing he's going to do is jump out that car, he doesn't even know what's going on, he's going to be on my back with you, isn't he? And sometimes that's how people die.
It happens like that sometimes, yeah.
Isn't it? Because at the end of the day, if your radio goes off now and you see like a situation that I've just told you there, you don't know what's happened. All you see is someone on the floor thinking, I shouldn't be on the floor. And the next thing you know, he's got 5 cops on him, folding him up like a deck chair. You know, so how do you think we could stop that kind of situation from happening? It's a difficult one, isn't it?
It's a tricky question to answer.
It is.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if there's an answer, to be honest with
I
you.
know there isn't, is there? Really, it's
I really
difficult,
don't know if
isn't
there's
it?
an answer, yeah.
You know. My next question is, what have you come across? Shall we say, what should we call them? A rogue officer. Not officer, because there's no such thing as police officer anyway. A rogue constable. Even inspector. What would you do?
Well, obviously I don't want to go into details too much around it, but I have been in positions where I've arrested police officers before.
Go on.
Off duty.
Have you? What? And you knew it was a police officer?
Yeah.
Right. Drink driving.
I'm not going to go into details.
You don't have to give names, do you?
But you know, if I come across an incident and that person's a police officer, that to me is irrelevant. Okay.
It's worse, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you could argue it's worse. If that person needs arresting, I will arrest them regardless. I don't care who you are or what you are.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Because it doesn't matter how tall you are, no one's above the law.
No.
Good, and that's what we need, because do you know what? And how you're being received, because obviously some of your colleagues will know about that. Have you had any backlash because of that? No? Does anyone not talk to you in the canteen now because of that? Do people think, oh, we can't trust him?
No, not at all. They're the opposite, to be fair. And most, of course, you know, you get your bad apples, unfortunately. But in my experience, and I speak from my own experience, the cops that I've come across, that I've dealt with, have all been absolutely brilliant, and they do want to root them bad apples out as much as the next person.
Yeah, because it gives the next man, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like drug addicts, for example. So you get a drug addict who's just, I don't know, robbed a man.
Yeah.
Right? And then the next drug addict, you're going to think, oh, well, you know, we tie people, what I'm trying to say is we tie people with the same brush, don't we?
Yeah.
And I suppose that's human nature, though. But it's good that we're coming across someone like yourself and you're saying, do you know what, I have done what, because what, isn't the processes where we go, so if you see me committing theft now, I'd be arrested. So if you're seeing a police officer committing theft, you know, obviously he's off duty or whatever, and would you just, is it policy just to go up the chain and report it, or do you actually go, do you know what, pass your hands, you're getting caught?
No, you lock them up,
Yeah, go on.
Absolutely.
And that's how it should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah, too right.
Can I ask you, do you know your policy on body-worn cameras?
In what sense?
So, I've noticed that both of yous,
Yes.
and you are setting a bad example of this young officer, I mean PC, not officer. So, the policy is 3.5.5 and 3.5.6, right? Tells any constable when engaging with a member of the public and you, because that's covert at the minute, isn't it? Because I only know because I've seen you do it. Yeah. Otherwise, if I didn't see you do it, that's covert, and they're not for covert recording. So you're supposed to tell, because now, right now, you're a data handler, I'm the data subject. I can request a copy of that. But if I can't read, if I'm colourblind and I can't see colours, how do I know you're recording? So how would I know to get a copy? So you are supposed to tell members of the public.
You're right, I apologise. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, did you know that one?
No.
Do you know what I mean? He's a new cop and he doesn't even know the basics like that.
That was
I mean,
my bad, I apologise.
No, but it's not just you, like whoever else has trained him up, he must have been trained up before he's been paired with you. Do you know what I mean? And if they're not even teaching young, I don't mean young as in age, I mean young as in how far you've been in the job. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if they're not teaching you that, man, no wonder we're getting rogue police on the street, like them two in there who run about thinking they can do what they want. And batter that poor bloke. Do you know what I mean? It's out of order. Do you know what I mean? And then unfortunately civil claims happen and the chief constable won't be too happy. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think it should come out the taxpayers' purse. So if you fuck up, right, it shouldn't come out. It should come out your pocket. So if that guy who's taking them, well, not them, it's the chief constable taking them. It shouldn't come out the chief constable or out the public purse. It should come out, and then if it come out of your own ass pocket, you wouldn't want to, would you? Because what it is, there's consequences. And it's going to stop you buying some fixed sliced bread from the shop.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a decision for someone way above me, doesn't it?
But it makes sense, though, doesn't it? You know, if there's consequences like that, it's going to stop you putting bread on the table. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
kids, but for your family,
Yeah.
you're going to think, hang on a minute, this is going to cost me $3,000 or $2,000 or whatever. I better not, do you know? I think the system could change. I think there's some good stuff that the police do. I mean, what kind of world would we be living in if we didn't have the police for a start?
Well, yeah.
But I think there is some changes.
There's always room for improvement.
100%,
Always.
I agree with you. Right, so my intention is now, I don't know about the weather, but I am going to put my drone up. I have told you.
Okay.
I'm going to put my drone up because, unfortunately, or fortunately, because I like my photos, them cars with the livery on, they make for excellent pictures from above. How come you haven't got no numbers? Because usually the numbers for different forces.
You know what? I don't know. I moved up from West Mids Police and they had the ID numbers on the top.
It's for the
noticed the GMP vehicles don't. I don't know the reason for
I've
that.
seen a few with it on,
Have you?
but they were.
Yeah, it's for the helicopter and that.
traffic cars.
Yeah.
It's for the, I believe, it's for the
Yeah.
helicopter to identify. you
Yes,
know.
yes. I don't know why we don't have them on the response vehicles. Is the honest answer.
So, what's the difference between why is he driving them on DO and you driving a
you
Peugeot?
got to the keys before we did.
I thought you were going to say my free dog section or something.
No, you got the keys before we did.
Don't you? Do you just pick what car you want then?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
If you get in early enough.
Yeah.
So the Mondeos are better, are they?
They're a bit bigger, aren't they? A bit bit fancier.
Yeah. Bit more comfortable, huh?
Yeah.
Haven't these got, like, some of them around the country anyway, have got like holding cells in them?
So some of them do. They have like a little, they
Yeah,
call it
that's
a
what I'm saying.
bucket seat in the back.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I don't believe GMP have any in their cars. Obviously we've got the vans, but the cars, I don't believe GMP
Right.
have any of that design. I
Right.
could be mistaken. I've never come across any.
Right. You've got a bit of a Brummie accent now you've said that, actually. I can see that. I've got the twang now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of
The
it.
twang.
but-
So are you based here then?
Basically, yeah.
Yourself?
Yeah,
How you found the job?
good. Yeah,
How long did you say?
4 weeks.
4
since
weeks?
Training, yeah.
4 weeks
4
since
weeks
training. How long was training?
20 weeks.
Where did you do your training at?
The university and
Oh.
the training base
Where's the training base?
in Prestwich.
Thank you.
Sedgley Park.
Sedgwood Park. Thank you. I'll have a look at that one.
You know what? It's actually a really nice site. To be fair,
massive
it's,
as well.
yeah.
Is it?
It's
I
really,
don't know what
really
it
good.
used to be, but it's quite. You know, the buildings are quite nice. Old red brick.
Is
sort
it?
of- Yeah.
Is it publicly accessible?
I don't believe
No.
so. No.
Can't see much from the outside either. Really, there's just high walls and bushes around it.
Oh, so that's why we need drones, isn't it? What can you do, eh?
Can you do?
No, as long as we're staying within the boundaries of the law. I don't understand why you don't even like drones, do you know? So, some of you, like, it's as though you're going to have an heart attack and, like, steam coming out the ears and that. It's like, bloody hell, it's a toy, man. Settle down. It's
You
not
know what? They've got the place, haven't they?
It doesn't fire bullets.
You know, yeah.
Do you know? So what, you was just coming in now?
Just coming in, we've got an absolute shit ton of paperwork too.
Is there a custody? I know there is there an active custody suite here?
Yes.
It's active?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Because they're closing custody suites down around the country, aren't they? So it's all about dollar. It's all about the money, and I don't think that the police, I don't think you should be getting cut. You know, because like I said, there is a place for you. Well, what kind of world would we be living in without you? And to be, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know about the weather though. I might get my drone up and over. It's quite a big site, this though, isn't it?
You know what? It is surprising just how big it is. So obviously it goes all the way around.
Yeah,
the
no,
back
I've
as well.
been in had a look.
So, It's quite deceptive.
So can I ask what made you stop and engage?
Just wanted to make sure you were alright, that was all.
So what did you say, auditor? Because I think that's what them. I've been watching a few.
Auditor?
Yeah, was it you who said you're an auditor? Yeah, you did, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh no, it was a detective. And I didn't know what an audit was. Then I've walked off and I thought, yeah, I've seen them on YouTube and Facebook. That's what the I don't know. Where's that terminology come from, auditor?
Literally because they audit the police.
Right.
So like,
Is it good or bad? Is that a good thing
it's
or
neither.
a bad thing?
It's neither. I mean, you know, it's independent. What's the word I'm looking for? Like oversight of the police, if you will. As with any task that people do, you get some people that do it well, some people that perhaps don't do it as well. So it, you know, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, and it's not like not.
So
really.
what do you get told from the powers of, well, from like, I don't know, inspectors or superintendents about auditors? If you come across an audit outside the police station, what's the instructions?
Just chat, make sure they're all right, and that's essentially it, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of them. At the end of the day, if people want to audit us, we're a public organisation. There's no reason why we should be against it.
Yeah. Some of them are. Where's the dog section based at?
I'm not 100% sure.
It's where?
Might be South Manchester.
Where about though? You've already said it. I can check back on the camera. You may as well. I can Google it.
I think it might be Hough End, but
Hough End.
it might have changed since then. That was
Wouldn't
a
you
few
be
years ago.
interested in being? Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Wouldn't you be interested in being like a dog handler?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
So why haven't you then?
I'm happy teaching at the moment.
Is that your role then? To like take the new guys?
Yeah.
The new kids on the block.
Make me feel young, that's what it's about.
The new kids on the
And
block.
I can get him to do the running around as well.
And the writing.
Right, yeah.
Does he run?
He does, yeah.
Are you fast?
It can be.
Do you fancy a race?
No.
He's faster than me, I know that.
Is he?
Yeah.
Go on. Do you have to do a fitness test then?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a bleep test, isn't it?
Yeah, 15 metres, yeah.
15 metre bleep test.
Yeah.
Alright.
Dreaded bleep test.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Alright then. Well listen, thanks for engaging.
No, it's not a problem.
Thanks for the, you know what, I've enjoyed the conversation with you.
No, it's been nice.
Had a decent conversation with you, and do you know what, I wished it was more like that, because the videos I've seen online, there's been some brutal ones, but I think they're starting to, I think the police are starting to realise that, you know what, people are not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, as long as nobody should be overstepping the mark or breaking the law, as long as people are staying within the law, then
Yeah, absolutely.
you know. But if I'm honest, if it wasn't for that story that I'd heard about them, I probably wouldn't have been here today. So yeah, you know. So and that when you get idiots like them, though, I don't know the collar numbers. I think they are. It is on the video. I could go back and look. But when you get idiots like that, then it's going to attract people like me.
Yeah.
And then we're going to fly drones over. And the bottom line is, the police don't like it. But if we had police officers who weren't misbehaving, should we say, to put it politely, then I wouldn't have been here today. So it is what it is. I'd know them though. If I seen them come out, I'd know them, because I know them by the video. I'd like to question them about them.
Yeah.
But they'd probably say I can't comment, the usual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wondered, you know, like say, have you ever done anything wrong and not have a civil claim put in because of?
I haven't personally, no.
I was gonna say, do you know if there is a civil case put in against the police constable? So say you arrest me now and it was unlawful.
Yeah.
I go away, I put a civil claim in. Do you get told about that
Yes, I believe so.
and reprimanded? I should hope so.
Well, it would depend on. So if the claim is proven successful, I would guess so.
Yeah.
Again, because I've never been through it myself, I wouldn't.
Right.
I wouldn't want to say for definite because I don't want to give you the wrong answer.
Right.
If the cop has done something wrong, I would hope
I would hope so.
there would be some sort of whatever that would be.
Yeah. How long have you been in the job? Like altogether?
I joined at the start of 2015. So what's that?
So,
8 years,
yeah. So is there any difference? What's the difference between Brummyland, shall we call it, and Mankland?
In what sense?
Like there must be a difference. Is it? I don't know. There must be some kind of difference. Is there strictness? I don't know. Is it more friendly? Is it more friendly down there?
It's kind of difficult to say because everywhere is different, isn't it? I mean, certainly the way that the police works is completely different, but every single force does things differently.
Yeah.
I mean, down there on response, we didn't investigate the crime, so you'd go to the job, and obviously you'd arrest if needed, you'd take the initial report, you'd take the statements, but then you would hand it all over to the CID department.
Right.
Up here, the response teams carry the crimes and carry the investigation.
So
that's
right,
a big difference.
Right, so if I was shoplifting now, right, and then you come and responded and you arrest me, you deal with the full
Yeah.
And then like if I got charged, I'd go to court. So you'll deal with it till then.
Yes.
And then hand it over. Is it CPS? CPS.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And what I else have noticed is there's like different forces. You've just said there they have different vehicles, don't
Yes.
they? So you're driving Peugeots down there. They might be driving, I don't know, Skodas.
Yeah.
Don't you think it'd be better if it was the same kind of vehicle all over?
I think, again, don't quote me on this, but I think they're trying to, or certainly some forces are moving towards that. So if you look at a lot of forces, they're driving Peugeots now.
Yeah.
And a few forces are starting to sort of come together and say, well, let's just buy vehicles for a lot.
Makes sense, doesn't it? But I was thinking it's probably different, and you start, because I'm surmising that every force will get a different kind of budget.
Yes.
So depending on how big the force is and things like that, so then maybe they have to buy cheaper cars, or like Manchester.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
They'll buy more expensive cars because they'll have a bigger budget. And,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It definitely comes into it, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I should imagine. It's common sense, I should. So they've got Soco based there as well then?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I have to think about that.
Would that be for the full Manchester force then? Should imagine so, wouldn't it?
They do cover quite a big area. I know it's not just here at the base, but I don't know where else they are. And again, it depends on the types of jobs. So obviously these guys will go out to like your burglaries and that sort of stuff, your murders and that kind of stuff. I don't know whether these guys would deal with it, or whether, I imagine they'll have like a specialist facility where they can obviously.
Talking about murders, I tell you what, if looks could kill, she'd be on a murder charge, yeah, that passenger. See what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? If looks could kill, she'd be arrested now for murder, or at least attempted. I'm telling you, they're brutal, some of them, man. Honest. But like I say, I'm only here because of two tyrants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Right, listen, I'm gonna let you go because you've got loads of paperwork to do.
Yeah. I do, yeah.
He has, yeah.
I've got lots to do.
Listen, you'll be old soon, mate, and you'll be able to say, right, it's your turn. You know what I mean? And he'll be doing the run and you'll be just sat there. Do you drive then? Are you?
No, not yet.
Do you have to do another course?
Yeah, there's two.
Two?
Yeah.
Have you done one yet?
No, not yet.
No. Do you want to?
Yeah, you get put on it, it's just a waiting list.
Ah, right.
So.
Okay. Do they tell you how long that waiting list is?
Just rough guesses, so.
So how long for you have they told you?
For the standards, you're probably looking at a year to 2.
Yeah, that's brutal, that, isn't it? You'll probably have 6 points by then, man. On your own driving licence. Probably have 12 points by then, man, and be banned. So isn't there no way I can get in there to go and have a look at them big Volvos? Or can you take us in? Just have a look?
No, we're not supposed to go in there ourselves unless we've got
Aren't
a
you,
reason
why?
to. No, just because obviously it's a traffic section, because they're coming in and out, flying in and out all the time.
Right.
We try not to go in too much.
Okay. I'll just have to stand at the gate and see what I can say, yeah. Right then, shall I let you get off then, eh?
Yeah.
All right then, right.
Well, you look after yourself, won't you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%, definitely. I'm going to stand in front of that gate. I will move. I've been crossing the road like for 20 odd years. Well, nearly 30. So I'll be all right.
Yeah, not a problem, mate. Not a
But
problem.
yeah, thanks for your time.
No worries.
All right, thanks
Right,
a lot.
you take care,
See you
mate.
later. Thanks. So yeah, guys, I went bad weather. 4 weeks in the job. 4 weeks in the job. I'll come back to you guys. Respect. Excuse me. Wow. That is brutal. Excuse me. Can you have a word? Can you have a word? Wait. Afternoon.
Hiya.
Hiya. You okay?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a quick question.
Go on.
Do you know, say you come across somebody, right, and you arrest them for a section 5 on the motorway, outside the motorway, and then you de-arrested them, would you still have to make a report of that?
What do you mean you de-arrested them?
So you've arrested someone for section 5,
Right.
and then you've decided to de-arrest them and think, and do you know what? maybe it wasn't really a section 5 and I overreacted, would you still make a...
Well, the log will be created because there'll be a job submitted, yeah.
Yeah,
That'll be
well,
on the system, yes.
is this motorway place this?
We're the traffic office, yeah, out
Yeah,
to
so,
your east, yeah.
so you do the motorway as well?
Yeah.
Ah, well, there's two of your colleagues in here that like to drive about on motorways. I've seen it on a video circulating on Facebook. There's two of your officers that like to fly about, arrest people, maybe beat them up at the side of the motorway, arrest them.
Sorry, I can't hear you when you're mumbling with your mask on.
Oh, sorry, I'm saying there's two of your colleagues
Right.
that like to fly around the motorway in
Right.
Manchester, the motorway network.
Right.
Beat someone up, arrest them for section 5 when there wasn't even any swear words, and then realise that they've got it wrong, let them go, and then what it is, the update that the guys put on Facebook is that he's taking civil action against the two officers. And when the solicitors come, like the chief constable, they're saying there's no log of that. So...
Right, well obviously I have to take your word for that. I wasn't present, was I?
Oh, no, you definitely weren't one of them, because I'd know.
There would be a log would have been created.
Oh, that's not
Obviously, whoever's complaining can obviously put a word in against...
Yeah.
Obviously that will be looked into.
Yeah, well, the driver of the car, he videoed it all on his mobile as well.
Right, well obviously I won't have to take your word for that. But it
Yeah.
will be... It's not just... Obviously, like binned off, it will be getting looked into, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they are getting looked into. But what I'm saying is, as far as I'm aware, there's no log of it. Like, there's no log of it. So,
No,
I mean, there must be a log of it somewhere, because there must have been inside the car or something. So,
oh yeah.
there'd be a log that way, wouldn't there?
That's all on there, so yeah.
Yeah, there'd be a log that way. How long have you been a traffic cop then?
Oh, a long time now.
I bet you like it, flying up and down with them nice. Is that a Volvo you're in there?
Oh yeah.
Is that all you use then, the Volvos?
No, we have all numerous cars, but just the Volvos in a minute.
So which one's the best one you like driving?
I'm not bothered.
There must
Not
be your
bothered
best
me.
one, isn't it?
No, not bothered me.
So if you get into work early, do you pick which car you're in? Or do you designate the car by...
No, it's just what was available.
Yeah.
So, right, okay, right, all right then.
Did he swear?
No, he said I wanted on the phone.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, take care.
Ta-da, and you. I thought he said tell him fuck off. Yeah guys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to wrap it up here. It's just a long ass video. So what we're going to do, guys, if this is your first time on the Taking Our Right Back channel, then please subscribe and put the bell on so it notifies you when there's some more super duper content. Also guys, if you have liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up. Look at that for a private registration. It's a 1 Series and it's a diesel, so they've went BMW 1D. Alright, that vein. Right, so yeah guys, if it is your first time around here, please subscribe, please give the video a like, and get in the comments and tell us what you think about them two PCs and that traffic officer. He was going to ignore us at first, but good afternoon Mr. Magpie, how's your wife and kids? But you know, Torb being Torb, wasn't giving him that easy. So yeah guys, we'll wrap it up here, and I'll catch you at the next location. Stay safe guys, and thanks for watching. Turbinator time is now over.